Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing about Module 4 Introduction. As we know that Module 4 consists of two major chapters, that is Riveting and Welding. This particular video we will be discussing about Rivet Introduction, its functions, its applications. So these are all the topics we will be discussing in this video, that is introduction about riveted joint, types of riveted joint, and the interesting topic, that is caulking and fullering. That means whenever we speak about riveting joint related to some high standard applications like boiler shell and some steam vessels, something like that, where it consists of high pressure and high temperature, where riveting plays a very prominent role because it has to prevent the leakages, and even it has to withstand that high pressure and temperature condition. So the kind of riveting what we are providing should be good enough to withstand the failures whatever we listed up. So first we will have the introduction on the rivets. So the major function of the rivet is nothing but to make a connection that has strength and tightness. So when we speak about mechanical important factors, many factors are there. Among that, for riveting, the two important functions or the factors to be considered is nothing but strength and tightness. Why strength and tightness is required? We know that strength is necessary to prevent failure of the joint, while tightness is necessary in order to contribute to strength and to prevent leakage. So this is the main motto of the riveting. You take mostly for the structural purpose only this riveting is used, but the major factors to be considered is nothing but strength and the tightness. And usually the rivet may be driven by hand or by riveting machines based on the applications. In case if it is a very simple applications and which can be handled manually, then by hand we can able to drive the rivets. And in case if it is for the any complicated structures and time consuming process, then by using rivet machines the process can be done. And rivets are commonly used in tanks and pressure vessels, bridges, building, cranes and machineries, hulls of ships. You can able to see all these applications almost it comes under mechanicals and the civil departments. So what is a rivet? How the shape of the rivet will be there? Here you can able to see a small structure, and the parts is being labeled here. The this particular part you can able to see the top part which is called as the head, and the center part which is nothing but shank or body, and the bottom part is nothing but tail. And we can define a rivet as a short cylindrical bar with a head integral to it. We can able to there is a head which is integral to this cylindrical body, and the cylindrical portion of this rivet is called the shank or body. Technically we will be using the word shank instead of using the word body, and the lower portion of the shank is nothing but tail. So basically we can remember this considering a cylindrical body where it consists of a head on its top and a tail at its bottom. And the fastings, that is the joints whatever I'm talking about, may be classified into two groups, that is permanent fastings and temporary or the detachable fastings. Looking at this heading we can able to understand what do you mean by permanent fasting and temporary fasting. Permanent fasting means once the joint is made, it is not possible to disassemble the parts or the sheets without any damage. But temporary joint is something like where we can be able to disassemble without making any kind of wear or tear, any kind of damage to the body. The permanent fastings which cannot be disassembled without destroying the connecting components. Examples here you can able to see in order of the strength: soldering, brazing, welding and riveted joints. But the temporary or the detachable fasting you can able to see, even I'll be calling this with other name, which can be disassembled without destroying the connecting components. And examples includes screws, keys, cotters, pins and spline joints. And methods of riveting. Here I want to explain about the methods by using these particular drawings. You can able to see this. This is the original plate. You can able to see this is the original plate. Two plates are there. I want to connect these two plates. So how I will be connecting? So in the initial position, I will be keeping these two plates together, and with the help of the original head rivet, you can able to see a rivet consists of a cylindrical body and a head over it. So I'll be keeping the head on the down, and I'll be already the hole is drilled on the two plates which I'm planning to join, And once it is done means I'll be keeping these two plates on the head of the rivet, and later I will be inserting or mounting a die on the tile part. You can able to see this once the die is kept means again by using the machine or hand I will be fixing up this die, so that once the riveting is done means you can able to see the final position of the riveting process. This is how the rivet will be done even manually or by using machine. The same process will be continued. Now, the very important topic, that is types of riveted joint. Basically, we can classify rivets into two types, that is lap joint and butt joint. Already we would have studied these joints in our first year basic subjects. So here we will be discussing in detail about these joint. So first of all, what do you mean by lap joint? So a lap joint is something like where one plate overlaps with the other, and usually two or more plates are riveted together. But a butt joint is something that where the main plates are kept in alignment butting. That is, the edges of the plates are touching each other, and there will be a cover plate, and even will be called also called as strap, which is placed usually on both sides, sometimes on the any one side only, and later we will be riveting the rows format, or some people they call it as a column format also. And the butt joints are of two types, that is a single strap butt joint and double strap butt joint. Here you can able to see this particular slide where I will be discussing about the lap joint, where single, double and double riveted. You can able to see if I am calling something called single riveted means you can able to see these are the two plates where I will be riveting these two plates with the help of this particular rivet. And why this is called as a single means you can able to see only on the single row the riveting is done. The number of rivets is are usually not countable, because based on the size of the plates the number of rivets will vary. What matters here is the number of rows is matters here. You can able to see this is only one row, so that is why it is called as a single riveted lap joint. Lap joint means it is placed overlapped on other plate. Then moving to the next one, double riveted, where as I told you the difference between single, double and triple is nothing but the number of rows of rivets which is done. You can able to see this is nothing but the double riveted, and here also double riveted. But what is the difference between the second sketch and the third sketch is, second sketch you can able to see this, the location of the riveting is same as the first row. You can able to see the first row first rivet, similarly second row second rivet, then first row second rivet, second row second rivet, then first row third rivet, second row third rivet. The locations is same, but here you can able to see something called a zigzag pattern. So here we have something called the marginal pitch and even the diagonal pitch. You can able to see diagonal pitch is something which is measured from one rivet to another rivet in the zigzag pattern, and even the normal what is it, the nominal pitch, which is measured between the two riveting in the chain riveting pattern. And this is nothing but a triple riveted lap joint. I need not to say what do you mean by triple riveted. Till now we discussed single, double and triple indicates the three rows of rivets, and here the margin and other things we could be able to see even for the chain type and even for the zigzag type. I have shown the sketches. And next one is the single riveted double strap butt joint. So here butt joint means you can able to see this is one plate, this is another plate. You can able to see the two plates. So the first plate is highlighted in the pink color lines, and second plate is highlighted in the blue color lines. So these two plates I will be joining together with the help of two straps, that is two cover plates, and I will be making a particular component by using two rows of rivets. So you can able to see first row and second row. But still, why it is called a single riveted means when we speak about the butt joint, only one side of the riveting should be considered, because on the one plate only one row is there. If I want to call a two riveted or a three riveted means on one plate two rows of rivets or three rows of rivets should be done. And similarly, all these sketch speaks about the different condition, that is double riveted double strap and double riveted double strap, where the butt joint equal butt joint is there, and even the unequal butt joint is there with the zigzag riveting. So all these things we can able to see here. And even we have some basic terms that we will be continuing in the next video. Thank you.